everybody, Joe Joseph here for thedailySheeple.com, and this is your news shot. WesternJournalism.com has a piece that the feds are going to probe college quotas that discriminate against whites. It's very interesting. For a long time, people knew equal opportunity has not done anything to help things out academically, in the workforce and everything. I know that they can claim it did and yada, yada, yada. But now, with the way things are today, it's really, it's not serving its purpose anymore. Maybe back in the 60s it did. It certainly isn't now. It says a published report claims the Justice Department will be investigating colleges and universities whose admissions department allegedly discriminate against white applicants. The New York Times based its Tuesday report upon a job posting within the Civil Rights Division that seeks current staff interested in working on a project whose work includes, quote, investigations and possible litigation related to intentional race-based discrimination in college and university admissions. The Times inferred from the announcement that work would be done by the Trump administration's political appointees. It also said the phrasing it uses, intentionally race-based discrimination, cuts to the heart of the programs designed to bring more minority students to university campuses. The report added that the job posting is evidence that the Civil Rights Division is taking on a conservative tilt under Attorney General Jeff Sessions. Look, there's no doubt about it that it's taken a conservative tilt. You need look no further than his stance on marijuana, even though a staggering 86% of the American population say it's time to legalize it. This guy is still, hell-bent on trying to keep alive that spirit of Richard Nixon, which you might as well put a freaking dunce cap on his head, because that's basically what Richard Nixon was. He was an idiot. And Jeff Sessions, most certainly an idiot. Says Flores said Wednesday the job posting was related to a complaint filed by a coalition of 64 Asian American associations in May 2015. The suit claims Harvard University and other Ivy League institutions use racial quotas that worked against high-scoring Asians. Look, it's not just in academia that we see this. We see it in civil service, too. If you go and try to take a police exam, right, they slant the tests based on your race. They give you points if you're a minority. So it's harder for, say, a person that's white to be able to become a police officer, and that's just the way it is. It's been that way for a very, very long time. So here's the solution to the problem, okay? At least with regards to where this is focused. This is at university campuses. And it may seem a little bit drastic, but just hear me out. Don't go to college. I know a lot of people out there are like, oh, what? You said don't go to college? What am I supposed to do then? You have more people coming out and graduating colleges that can't find work than ever before. Saddled with unbelievable debt because college tuitions are totally and completely out of control. And they've been basically encouraged to do that because you have very simple to obtain student loans from the U.S. federal government where they just throw the money out there, they throw it at you, you go to school, hey, you got time to pay it back, everything's okay, and then wham, they get you. And there's no declaring bankruptcy to make it go away. There's no nothing. You can't get out of it unless you die. And this is the crux of the problem here in the United States. The solution, my friends, and I know it may not seem appetizing to a lot of people, entrepreneurialism and trades. Right now, you have a severe shortage of tradesmen out there. And it may not be appealing to want to come home dirty every day or to take that leap and own your own business. But I can tell you that you will have much more success, and the chances of you being financially prosperous are greater right now if you do this than if you went to college and joined the glut of people that got that 4-year piece of paper only to come to find out that, say you're entry-level engineer, $45,000 a year. With some people come out of engineering school with $300K worth of debt. And you're making $45,000 a year? you better plan on living in mommy's basement until you're 40 years old. I mean, this is where we are now today. However, in New England, the average age of a maintenance mechanic is 58 years old. The new people just aren't doing it. As a matter of fact, companies are going into trade schools and just like colleges do for athletes, are having these students in trade schools sign letters of intent to, once they successfully complete their program in a trade school, they'll get a bonus and they get hired by these companies, and they're making great money. They're making better money than an entry-level engineer. At my place of employment, a mechanic can end up making $80K. Some of them have made $100K in a year, between their hourly wage and overtime. Engineers oftentimes struggle to make that now because the market's so saturated. I mean, these are things that you have to consider. So any of you with kids or friends that are attending or thinking about, careers, think about that. Think about trades, because trades will get you so much farther. And, my friends, in an economic collapse, God forbid, or any sort of catastrophe, tradesmen will be the people that help to rebuild society. Tradesmen will always be able to apply their skills, whether there's power or not, whether there's water or not, whether there's any sort of problems. They will be the problem solvers. So why not position your children and yourself for success in being able to weather the storm in a very challenging economic environment? I mean, it makes sense to me. I'm Joe Joseph. This was thedailysheeple.com's News Shot. Feel free to comment below and visit our website at thedailysheeple.com. Have a great day.